the chosen one. The stage is being prepared for you. You're sent. Let's start with a stunning insight. Nothing in your life has been random. The delays, rejections, and nights when you sobbed and doubted your value were all signs of divine intervention. You're not forgotten. You are not neglected. In reality, you are being prepped for something spectacular. Heaven has been active behind the scenes, bringing people, resources, and opportunity together for a little period. That has your name on it. And now the curtain is rising. The lights are moving. The stage is being set. It's time for you to rise. You're selected one. Stay with me throughout the full video. Watch it till the very end. Because as you listen, something inside you will open, allowing you to write your fondest desires, including 777, the number of divine fulfillments. This is more than just engaging the intellect. It is the activation process. When you express your request and ground it in faith, you ignite the cosmos. You are not seeing this by coincidence. You are listening, because this message is your moment of confirmation. Now choose one. I like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let's chat about your climb. For a long time, it seemed as if you were hidden, your brightness obscured by a shroud, as if you were doing everything correctly. However, nothing appeared to move. That was not punishment. That was preservation. That was protection. The foundation of a skyscraper is usually built deep under the earth before anything reaches the sky. And you choose one who has been going through a difficult experience that others have not seen. One that resembled seclusion, rejection, and delay. But, in fact, it was calibration. You felt pressured because your mission is important. You felt tested because what was about to happen was momentous. When God sets a table for someone he has selected, the preparation frequently takes the form of stillness. However, this quiet is entirely deliberate. It's the place where the old you was peeled away and the true you was created. And now you're leaving the forge. The spotlight isn't about fame. It's all about alignment. You are being guided to the platform that is most suited to your needs. You've been through seasons that shattered others. You faced storms that were intended to wreck your destiny. Instead of collapsing, you were polished. Rather of leaving, you developed. You prayed despite the discomfort. You stood in the flames. You didn't just survive. You developed roots. And now those roots are producing fruit. This increase isn't meant to wow anybody. It's coming to fulfill the prophesy. You are the prophesy. Your narrative is powerful because it contains the perfume of perseverance. Your wounds contain knowledge today. Your wounds radiate precious wisdom. This is why the stage is being prepared. Because you possess everything the world needs. You're not rising to entertain. You are making an impact. This isn't the start of a highlights reel. It is the development of a heavenly revelation. Look about you. The mood is altered. It's subtle, but folks who previously ignored you are growing inquisitive. Rooms you used to dream of are now within reach. Conversations are shifting. The weight you bore in quiet has now become influence. You are no longer the one wanting to be noticed. You are the one who cannot be ignored. This is not exaggeration. This is heavenly momentum. Every no was a setup for the right. Yes, every locked door signaled a reroute to the designated gate. You were not refused. You were reserved. Reserved for the appropriate time, the proper setting, the appropriate audience. And now the moment has arrived. Are you feeling it? The alteration in your spirit. The anticipation. That is not anxiousness. That is awareness. You are not imagining it. The increase is genuine. What matters now is your stance. Do not shrink. Don't dim or doubt. Stand up in your anointing. Walk with the realization that everything you've gone through has prepared you for this time. Speak with conviction. Move with clarity. Decide without fear. Heaven has already validated you. You do not need confirmation from earth. Walk as if the stage was designed just for you and the individuals you'll be meeting. They've been seeking for someone just like you. The prospects that appeared unachievable, they are becoming inevitable, Bill. Alignment, not luck. Your climb is more than simply height. It is about change. As you ascend, you will change the atmosphere. You will inspire others. Your narrative will serve as a spark for breakthroughs in the lives of others. So don't get sidetracked by comparisons. Your path is amazing. Do not be disheartened by time. Your time has arrived. Do not let fear liberate you. This is your signal to move. The veil is lifting. The lights are moving. The stage is being set, not for a performance, but for a transformation. The ascent is personal. The increase is intentional. The ascent is prophetic. And this is the reality that may simply set your heart ablaze. Your climb will not be silent. It will be undeniable. It'll be noted. It'll be amazing. Those who questioned you will see your coronation. Those who murmured about your demise will see your emergence. You aren't walking into the limelight to prove anything. You're going into it to become all you were meant to be. You did not miss your opportunity. Your opportunity has been waiting for you. And suddenly, here it comes. Every preparation, delay, grief, and lonely season. It's everything leading up to this launch. The ascent of a selected individual. The revelation of royalty. The emergence of greatness, which was always inside you. You've had a lengthy rehearsal season, and now the scene is changing. You have been kept in the shadows so that your roots may grow deep, so that your heart may be entire, so your strength might be inside rather than outward. The chosen one. What you're stepping into today is more than simply success. It has heavenly importance. That implies that every step of your journey is important. Every moment of stillness, every unanswered inquiry, every dry season instilled holy values in you. You now hold something that cannot be reproduced. What makes you important is more than simply your ability, insight, or voice. It is your spirit, the energy you bring, and the presence with which you convey the favor you walk in. Many people have risen and fallen throughout history as a result of their lack of basis. But you were created to endure, since your ascension is not based on hype. It is composed of paradise. You are entering a room where your name has previously been mentioned in secret. You are approaching circumstances in which others have already sensed your presence before meeting you. That is the power of heavenly preparation. The cosmos was aligned with you while you were mending. The doors were supposed to open automatically as you arrived. This is the moment you arrive. But here's the deal. This ascension will not be like everyone else's. That's because you weren't supposed to fit in. You were born to stand out. And now, heaven is echoing your entrance beyond dimensions. There is a quiet surrounding you that is going to end. And when it happens, you won't have to make an announcement. Your presence will speak. You will not have to pursue opportunities. They'll come seeking for you. The reason it took so long was because your platform could not be hurried. It takes so much because the anointing is so rich. This increase is not only for your benefit. It applies to everyone who is related to you. Your ascent is going to disrupt generational patterns. Your voice will break the quiet that others are experiencing. Your tale will be the spark that ignites bravery in others who have lost theirs. Don't be startled if doors open that you didn't knock on. Don't be surprised if rooms you thought were unworthy appear. Now it feels like home. That is not arrogance. That is alignment. The version of you who questioned their own authority is no longer relevant here. The version of you that sought approval has been replaced with a fighter who understands who they are. This increase is not the creation of a moment. It is the revelation of your purpose. And here's what you should comprehend. The stage is not being prepared for performances. It is being put up for a specific reason. This isn't about pretending. It's about being present. It is not about applause. It's all about alignment. When you go into this new season, you are not searching for acceptance, but rather as someone who has already been approved by divine design. The actual crown is the clarity you now have. This growth will need daring. There will be times when you feel overwhelmed. You will feel the weight of visibility, the expense of being noticed. However, do not withdraw. Don't doubt the calling because the climb seems difficult. You are stronger than you believe and more prepared than you think. Every prior chapter provided you with the necessary strength to climb this peak. You do not need to prepare for this time. You've already lived it. Every privateer, every late-night prayer, every heartbreaking farewell. This was all part of your training. Now you take a step ahead, not with performance but with power. You walk in not to impress, but to change. People will not be attracted to your excellence. They will be touched by your candor. Because your tail isn't shining. It is sacrosanct. You aren't here to be adored. You've come to ignite. What you carry isn't for display. It's for a change. That's why the increase is significant. Not because of what it provides you, but because of what it inspires in others. Your compliance has far-reaching repercussions that are not immediately apparent. Your success will have an impact on future generations. It's time to quit playing out your worries and start walking in your fire. It's time to stop questioning whether you're ready and accept that you were picked exactly for who you are. You're not behind. You're not late. You are exactly on time. Because heaven's clock does not work like man's. It works with alignment. And now the hour hand is pointing to your selected option. You were never forgotten. You were never neglected. You were concealed. Not to be rejected, but to be provided at the perfect time. And suddenly the curtain is lifting. The hush is shattering. The mood is becoming more open. You don't need to push this ascent. You only need to be prepared to accept it. So breathe. You are not being pushed. You are being positioned. You are being tested. You are being trusted. You are not being delayed. You are being shown. The stage is being prepared not for what you need to prove, but for what you're going to deliver. You bore this vision in quiet. Now the world is going to witness it in its entirety. And when they do, it won't simply be an increase. It'll be a revelation. You didn't stumble upon this moment. You were called to it. Every step of your journey has been a preparation for this reveal. This increase is not only about visibility. It's all about authority. Heaven promotes people for reasons other than amusement. It is for the heavenly establishment. And what you're establishing today in your life isn't just transient success. It's a legacy. This is the season when your voice will not only be heard, but also taken seriously. Your name will be spoken in locations where your feet have not yet stepped. And when you come, people will recognize you as the chosen one. When divine timing meets divine location, the effect is undeniable. You do not require credentials. You carry confirmation. You do not require connections. Heaven relies on you as its link. Let it sink in. You are somebody's response. You are somebody's breakthrough. You serve as a reminder to others that denial is not the same as delay. You are living evidence that God prepares silently and promotes powerfully. Your ascension will be a live proclamation. That purpose always triumphs over suffering. Do not apologize when the doors swing open. Do not minimize. Do not deflect. This isn't luck. This is alignment. It represents the culmination of hidden efforts, unspoken fights, and unwavering faith. The favor that is bestowed on you is evident. This is not an accident. It's purposeful since your tale needs to convey the weight of change. Now it does. Everything about you has altered, even how you walk and talk. The language of dread no longer suits you. The stance of pleading is no longer yours. You're not begging to be included. You recognize that you have been selected to lead. You're not seeking to be noticed. You've recognized that heaven has already taken notice of you. Now it's Earth's time to align. The next chapter will force you to reconsider your own self-image. No more shrinkage. No more second-guessing. Stop apologizing for your strength. Your very existence has a function. You're a heavenly shift clothed in flesh, a live proof that patience does not weaken. It sharpens your delay, has only left you more vulnerable to dread and uncertainty in every power that believed it could hold you down. The chambers you're entering are not simply raised. They were appointed. The folks you're meeting are not random. These are heavenly ties. The platform being created beneath your feet is not intended for performance. It is for prophetic release. What you hold can no longer be restricted. You've been hiding for long enough. Now it's time to shine. Not for ego, but to make an impression. When tranquility begins to replace terror, you'll know the scene has been set. When clarity begins to cut through the noise, possibilities flow more easily. Not because it's easy, but because it was divinely planned. The chosen one. This is not simply about being prepared. It's about recognizing that your efforts were never in vain. You've shed tears in quiet. You've battled with your value. You have questioned if you misheard the call. But now everything confirms what you've always felt. Whispers are becoming roars. The little indications are becoming full-fledged confirmations. What you once dreamed of is now a daily reality. With this ascent comes responsibility. Avoid chasing the throng. Follow the clouds. Do not imitate the culture. Lead the change. Your individuality is your crown. Your sincerity is your mantle. You are not called to blend in. You are supposed to bless with boldness. Stand up for your truth, even if it makes others uncomfortable. Because you were not selected to soothe others. You were picked to test boundaries. There will be others who attempt to interpret your ascension using reasoning. But your route is not reasonable. It is prophetic. It does not fit in formulae. It causes problems for them. And this is why it works. Because heaven always works through those who are prepared to be misunderstood for a larger good. And you picked one of those vessels. You are going to be positioned such that even your history will yield to your present. People who previously did not recognize your worth will now see your vision come to life. But this rising isn't about vengeance. It is for revelation. You're not here to settle scores. You're here to establish standards. You're not here to suppress criticism. You have come to talk with destiny. Prepare your heart, not just your hands. Because this advancement will affect not only your status but also your legacy. You aren't simply getting higher. You're getting deeper into your mission, into power, into celestial fulfillment. You're not rising for a championship. You're being crowned for a metamorphosis. And this shift is not only about you. It is about everyone. Your narrative will enlighten everyone. Your power will uplift everyone. Your obedience will bring blessings. This rising is heavenly. It is personal. You are not coming into this ascent empty-handed. You're carrying something precious. Your narrative has heavenly fingerprints. Every shattered area has been repaired with significance. Every wound. We now have a window. Every autumn. A force that pulled you up. This increase is not cosmetic. It is cosmic. It is not about becoming someone new. It's about unveiling who you have always been. Beneath the layers of survival, you are becoming unmistakable, not out of hubris, but because of alignment. When heaven supports a soul, no power can prevent it from moving ahead. Your actions are being planned so precisely that even delays are divinely intended. You aren't missing anything. You've been positioned precisely. Heaven does not hasten royalty. It refines it. The stage that is being prepared for you is not based on hype. It is being built around healing. Your ascension will not collapse because it is founded on truth. That is what divides you. That's what distinguishes this increase. Others may have used shortcuts to climb. You were fashioned by surrender. They advanced via competition. You were nurtured through dedication. That is why your life's upward trajectory will continue. It will multiply. You are an example of endurance, proof that pressure does not kill purpose. It exposes it. Yes, you are. What happens when someone refuses to give up on their vision? Even when the world becomes quiet, you embody what heaven accomplishes with a willing vessel. You exemplify real-time triumph. Things are now accelerating. Doors that previously took years to open will now react to your presence. Why? They perceive the resonance of destiny. You are no longer knocking. You are being summoned. You are no longer throwing. You are being positioned. The age of pursuing is coming to an end. The season of receiving has here. But even as you climb, keep grounded. Stay anchored in the fact that you are not the platform. You are your purpose. Do not get sidetracked by the spotlight. The spotlight is just momentary, but your anointing is forever. The platform is the tool. The purpose is the mission. And your purpose is to awaken. You may influence others by just being there.